Toronto, but again, no rest for the wicked. The UFC, their schedule's maybe as hectic as mine, brother, because another week. Another card. UFC on Fox 22 going down Saturday night, December 17th at the Golden One Center in Sacramento. Uriah Faber's last fight against Brad Pickett, but we want to focus on the main event, and it's going to be Paige Vanzant, who trained at Team Alpha Male, of course, with Uriah and the gang and hanging out in Sacramento, really entered the mainstream, finishing runner-up and Dancing with the Stars. She's a strawweight contender who is going to take on Michelle Waterson, who the karate hottie, who I know going back to my Invicta days. And of course, people will say, well, you look at the poster, two pretty girls, we don't, when we look at the poster, let's say two good-looking male fighters, we don't make a big deal of it, and yet...
Well, you look at a picture of Ted Bundy, you don't realize, right, that's the wolf in sheep's clothes, and that's here also. Yeah,
but I mean, this is not about their looks, although I'm sure marketing-wise something can be said for that, but let's talk about what they bring to the octagon. It's going to be Waterson at 13-4, who has not fought since July of 2015 at the Tough 21 finale, which was also her UFC debut. That night she recorded a third-round submission win, a rear-naked choke over Angela Magana. She was supposed to face Tisha Torres at UFC 194, but she had to pull out of the fight with an injury. She's also recently recovering from a broken hand, so you add that up, and she's had to overcome a lot of adversity. Obviously, cage corrosion could be a possibility on Saturday, but then you look at Vanzant, who is 7-2. She's coming off a very impressive win over Beck Rawlings at UFC on Fox 21 in my native Vancouver back in August. She won with that second-round switch kick to the head, boss, which was really impressive. But that was a rebound, of course, bouncing back from her only loss in the UFC to Rose Namajunas back in December 2015. So, Vanzant versus Waterson. Break it down like a boss.
Boop, 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 boop. Okay, yes, well, I love Paige, because like we've already talked about, when you see her, oh, what a sweet girl, but man, she's really tough. She's not fond on getting hit, though. So once somebody attacks, she looks away and tries to clinch. I don't know why she's bothered by it, because she's so really freaking tough, and she knows it herself.
Well, think about what you just said. Think about what you just said, though. As a human being, she's not fond of getting hit.
No, nobody's like...
But I know what you mean. As a fight, you have to, but that's what I'm saying. I'm like, buddy, I would... And that's, I think, what hurt Brock Lesnar in the octagon. Remember, like, those fights where you can't. How do you... Okay, so, boss, let's... before we go any further, because there's a nice little tangent here, how do you mentally prepare for that, then?
This is a really simple drill, and I was going to talk about it in this breakdown also, but no, watch this. What you do, you put your back up against the... Paige is going to go with her back against the wall. She's going to put her defense up, and she puts somebody in front of her, and that person starts hitting her very slowly. Straights to the head, start adding hooks to the head. Then start adding straights to the body, adding hooks to the body.
Hard or soft?
Soft. Gentle, slowly. What you can do, Mauro, if I do this drill with you right now, in 3 minutes, the way you start blocking will be pretty amazing. You go like, there's no way that I can do this now. This is just 3 minutes.
And that's natural instincts?
That's natural instincts. But as soon as you see Paige, if I'm attacking her and I see Paige start flinching, then I have to tone it down again. Let her get used to see every single punch coming, because that will change your complete game plan. And if you do this for 3 rounds, 3 times or 4 times a week after you work out, or maybe even before you work out, and just do it. And 5 minutes is a really long time, and you do 3 rounds of 5 minutes, that is going to be gone. Wow. It's going to help you tremendously.
All right, get back to your breakdown, my man.
Okay, so if I was Paige, I would focus on countering, because if I can see this, that she's blinking with her eyes, trust me, Jackson Winklejohn, they will see 100% this as well. So you better believe they worked with Waterson on attacking and not coming too close, so Vanzant can grab and go for a clinch. So Waterson will probably throw straights and hooks, not hooks and uppercuts. Otherwise, she's going to be too close. Now, like I said, there's no clinching drill. It's a 5-round fight too. It's a 5-round fight, but they both can go the distance. Anyway, for the rest, she's doing great. She's unorthodox, as we saw with Rawlings, right? That crazy kick combo came out of nowhere. She has heart, as I already mentioned. She's tough as nails. I would watch out with only kicks, though, because as everybody knows, I like to have kicks set up with punches. Plus, then on one of these crazy combinations that she did against Beck Rawlings are going to work much better, because then suddenly it comes out of character. If you set everything up with punches and wrap it up with a kick, and then suddenly you make this crazy kick combination, it's getting way more effective. Waterson also has really great counters. So if Paige Vanzant throws a left or a right single kick, I guarantee you Waterson goes in and she will hit it with that. Now, Waterson, from her 13 wins, and this is what I like by her, from her, 11 finishes.
Yeah.
3
That's
knockouts,
what I was going to say.
8 submissions.
Very
115 pounds.
aggressive.
And she just finishes people, you know. The last fight, you mentioned, was 1.5 years ago. Against Magana, you know, it's going to be. She did 4 rounds before against Penne, you know, and she beat her in that round. That's a good sign as well that she has stamina. I like her clinch work a lot. She's got solid knees, which you don't see a lot. Many people fighters just lift their legs upwards. Maybe they hurt the skin from the opponent. I have no clue what they're doing there, but not her. She's great there. She was also great hip throws from the clinch, but she has to watch out. The second time she did against Magana, she almost got reversed because Magana kept the momentum going. And again, if I would be the corner of her opponent's camp, I would say, hey, keep the momentum going as soon as she takes you down. Then again, we're talking Greg Winklejohn. They saw that fight as well. They're going to say, hey, next time you're going to post out. You know, but I love her arm bars. Her ground control is good. Even from a low mount, if she sits on top, she doesn't want to sit up. She wants to keep control, but then she still has snap on her punches, which is crazy again for a 150-pound girl. I love her when she throws punches before kicks. She likes also to throw single power shots with kicks attached, and she thinks when she does it, meaning she throws a big right hand to the face and a liver kick, or a big straight to the body and then a high kick. She's thinking. I would say make it 2 or 3 punch combinations. I think that will be even more effective. Great counters. She can almost see when her opponent moves in before she kicks. That's why I'm saying if Paige Vanzant is going to make a single kick, she's going to get kicked by her. So, yeah, Waterson, I would say with this, that Waterson is going to take it. Her in and out movement, letting her opponent miss, movement after punches, always moving to the side.
A little more experience.
More experienced, and I think, this is hers to
Well, it should be a fan-friendly fight. Again, it's Paige Vanzant, Michelle Waterson headlining UFC on Fox 22 coming up from Sacramento, California on Saturday, December the 17th.